Okay, go ahead and ask your questions, mister, because you're going to be on the episode.
Oh, God. Hey, coming out of here when I leave, will Parrish take me to Gore?
No, Parrish goes to Lake Road and Route 20.
Okay.
You go up to Route 20 and turn right, and then Gore Road will be right on the curve. So relax, Jack.
Yeah, I'm looking for the winery.
Yeah, that's Gore Road.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bucha. Or whatever the hell you call it.
Back to sunshine, so we got this goofball guy here to
give you goofball. Next time y'all send somebody
to get in all the stainless and aluminum, because it's got a haze on it and I don't want a haze, so that's what we're doing today. Yeah, so do a good job so everybody can see it.
I've been doing this 31 years. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Painted sky in a sunset scene, through the window of a GMC. White lines and lighted signs got me hypnotized. There's nothing like the feel of the road and the smell of the diesel smoke. Another 10 or 20 miles, I'll be pulling in. This thing.
So let's get this show on the road, shall we?
13 years just laying it down, driving my GMC. Yeah, you know what I mean.
So before we get started with the video for this week, I'd like to ask you guys to do me a huge favor, if you would. I started a new channel. Yeah, venturing out a little bit. And what I'd like to ask you guys is, if before we get started here, if you would just quickly open up a new window on your browser there for YouTube. You can do that. You can have more than one window open, and search Dane Scott's Caddy Shack. A little different now, but or you can hit the link. I'm going to put the link down in the description. Either way, I'm going to ask you, if you would, to go over there and subscribe to the new channel and like the videos. I got one video up. It's the introductory video. It's only like 7 minutes long. And we got a cool project coming this week on that channel. So if you would, guys, I'd appreciate that if you subscribe to that too. It'll really help me out. So now, let's watch the promo for that video real quick, and then let's get on with the Truckers Lounge video this week. I'm going to show you guys some cool stuff. So I guess if you guys like the old school caddies, then you're in the right place. If you're a purist, you're in the wrong place, because we're not pure here. We're just rocking and rolling the old school styling caddy shacks, maybe some lowered, maybe some stock, maybe some souped up, but hey, it's all gonna be here. So make sure you stick around town, like and subscribe. Welcome back. Gonna show you this week a little segment on making custom mud flaps and how I did them for Bill here, my 79 Kenworth K100. And while I was making the mud flaps for this that day, My buddy Mike, who does polishing for me, was here and spiffing up the old truck, so you'll get to see some of that. So I'm going to share all that with you. And real quick, from the last video, we talked about the first installment on Grasshopper, the 1966 Kenworth K100 that came up here from North Carolina via Billy Parker. So we're in process now, and I laid out, and go back and watch the last video there, but I laid out for you the plan for that, how I want to include you subscribers in the build and have you guys help contribute parts and things as we go along. And then I'm going to show the truck at the second annual GMC Jamboree coming up June 1st, 2024, next year. So, hey, the countdown's already beginning, getting ready for that. Got to get some advertising going and whatnot. But, so anyways, in the meantime, we've got a cab jack, and we've got a couple batteries that are coming. And so you guys are stepping up to the plate here, and you guys are going to have a piece of the pie here, so to speak, and get you guys involved so that Grasshopper will be the truck that the subscribers help build. So just wanted to give you that quick update, but I am going to be doing part 2 because this week we did some injector work and we're getting some things going to get it running. Want to get the drive shaft put back in it, see if we can get her to drive into the trucker's lounge for the winter under its own power. So that's coming up, but this week we're going to show you how to make some custom mud flaps, and if you don't want to take on the project yourself, I can help you out. So you just got to get a hold of me. I'm doing this inside, making my custom mud flaps, and this will be outlined in the same green. I would like a darker, more olive green, but I had to order it. So in the meantime, I'm going to use this because it'll come off. That's the thing about these poly flaps. They will take the vinyl and it will stay on pretty good, but you got to be careful. You definitely don't want to power wash anything because this poly material isn't the optimal material to stick vinyl to. So you use high performance vinyl, which has the most aggressive glue, and use heat when you put it on, and you'll probably have reasonably good luck, but you have to keep on them. So that's the only way you can make custom mud flaps. So that's what we do here at the Trucker's Lounge. So I thought I would show you, this is how we do graphics here. See, that's going to be the border outline for the KW logo, and we design it and then we send it over there to the plotter that cuts it out, and then I have to weed it. I'll show you that in a minute. But here's the design that I did. Now let's get rid of this. Delete that bad boy, and you can see kind of how it's supposed to look. The colors aren't accurate because you're looking at a computer screen, but that's basically how I do it. So basically, I get a photo like of the Kenworth logo, dead on, as straight and close as I can, and then I input it into the program, and then I draw over it with my mouse, believe it or not. Yeah, that's what takes time. So your sign guy, if you have him make you something, you have to pay by the hour for computer work, and then for the actual vinyl pieces that you get, and then for the installation. And it may be all included in the price. I don't know. It just depends on if you want to put it on yourself, you'll save money, of course. So this is what comes off of the cutter, and what you do, you have to weed it away. Here, I'm going to set you on a stand. Yeah, I think you can see that. So the plotter cuts it out, and then you gotta do what's called weeding it. Weed away all the pieces that you don't need. And you got to be careful because you don't want to pull up stuff that's supposed to stay, and that happens a lot. So you got to pay attention. Sometimes you get interrupted by phone calls or people stopping by or whatever, and you forget what you're doing, and sometimes you can mess up. So it's kind of good to pay attention to what you're doing. See, these little pieces, they want to pull up because they're real little. So you got to make sure you're holding them down so they don't go nowhere. All right, let's keep at it here. Bada bing, bada boom. There's one. Okay, so next comes the carrier paper that you put over top of this. Once you've got your piece all weighted, then you have to put kind of like a masking tape material over top of it so that this sticks to that as you pull it off from the backing. And I'll show you that. You got to be careful when you put this down, because you can mess it up real quick if you don't do it right. So then we got to go over it, squeegee it down, kind of go in a semi-circle motion. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if I had you on there, but. So now, see, when you go to put it on your substrate, or whether that's a sign or whether it's a truck, see the vinyl pulls with the carrier paper and pulls it off. So now that it's all carrier papered and ready, you got to trim it and cut it down so it's a manageable piece of material to lay it down on your work surface or whatever your substrate that you're going to use it on. So you just got to trim it with your X-Acto knife. And what I like to do is the area that's going to be hinged, I try to make it as small as possible, because if it's real wide, you have a better chance of messing it up. So that's what we do. I got to split this. Let's see if I can do it while holding the... Nope, I can't. So let's do this. There we go. Now I got two pieces ready to go. I'll show you how I'll do that. It'll go on here, and then I have to kind of see through it to make sure I'm lined up with where I want to be. So if you can't see through it, then what you do is you make some cuts, and make a little window cuts, so you can see where you're at. But I can see it pretty well. I don't think I got to worry about it. Looks pretty good. Okay, so once that's done, now I need to make a tape hinge right here. See that? There's your hinge. So what you're going to do is pull this whole piece of material back, and then you kind of push forward on it so that the edge will lift up. See that? Lift it up right there. Grab it carefully, pull it back over itself, not up, because if you pull up on it, you'll pull the tape hinge off. I'll put you up there. Stay there till you're good. All right. lift it up and kind of give it a little bit of loosey-goosey. And start bringing your squeegee across. And sometimes if you want, it's better to like just go through the middle like that and then come out to the edges. Now, since this doesn't stick optimally on this poly mud flap, I heat it up a little bit to try to make sure it'll stick better. Alright, now the fun begins. Because if you don't pull it back properly, you'll pull up the graphics. Let's see, you pull it back over itself. So when you guys order these from me and you're putting them on yourself, see how that wants to kind of lift right there because of the material we're putting it on? So you got to make sure you're pushing back on the graphic itself. Don't pull up, you'll pull it right off. Now on an optimal surface like a vehicle or something, or a painted surface, or a sign that's been painted, prepared and ready for the vinyl, you're not going to have a problem. You still want to pull it back over itself. But these poly mud flaps, they're hard to stick to, so got to be careful. All right, I'll show you when I'm done. Kind of go at an angle and down. There we go. That's how she's done. So, if you guys order custom logos or stuff that you want to make your own mud flaps, I can help you out, but you're going to have to put it on, unless you live close by, of course. So, stick around town. We got some more for you this week. This video is brought to you by Brunt, transforming high-performance workwear. Ain't no sandals in this here work truck.
Oh, you had it again.
What a difference a day makes.
Yeah. What a difference.
Look at this tank. Nice job, Mike.
Thank you.
Sweet. We'll be pimping.
Styling and profiling.
That's right.
Okie doke, Smoke. Hope you like that. If you're interested, here's the information. Get a hold of me. And make sure you hit the link below and go to the new channel and please subscribe. It would really help me out, guys. Until next time, keep the hammer down. Safe and sound. Ready to rock there, Colombo?
Yeah, thank you.